Today, we finally got a pullback in a high-quality semiconductor stock that's been roaring ever since the market-wide bottom back in February. I'm talking about NXP Semiconductors. That's NXPI for you home gamers. Last year, NXPI snapped up Freescale in a $12 billion deal that closed last December, and the combined company has become a major player in the industry. Their chips help enable the Internet of Things and the connected car. In fact, they're the #1 automobile semiconductor maker, which is a terrific business, given the cars keep getting increasingly high-tech with all kinds of entertainment, in-car networking, advanced driver-assisted systems. NXP also invented what's known as near-field communications, which, among other things, is the technology behind Apple Pay. And they're the market leader in those little EMV chips on your credit card that makes transactions more secure. Now, NXP Semiconductors just reported a strong quarter on Monday night, 5-cent earnings beat off a $1.09 basis, slightly higher than expected revenue, and the company's gross margin, what they make after the cost of goods sold, expanded by 150 basis points year over year. That's amazing, 50%. The guidance for the next quarter was robust. Management said the Freescale acquisition is proceeding smoothly, and that's why the stock ran up from 83 before it reported just below 89 at yesterday's close. Now, today it pulled back to 86, down $3, 3.5% in wake of NXPI's annual analyst day, although I think that the sell-off had more to do with profit-taking stemming from Carl Icahn's negative comments on air about tech than anything NXPI said. So should we be looking at this weakness as a buying opportunity? Let's dig deeper with a very exciting guest, Rick Cramer. He's the CEO of NXP Semiconductors. Hear more about what's next for the company now that's combined with Freescale. Mr. Cramer, welcome to Mad Money. Good to see you, sir. Have a seat.
Good to see you. Thanks for having us.
Well, I got to tell you, you've dazzled a lot of people, and I think that you're the #5 semiconductor company in the world, but you're the one that people haven't heard of, and that's wrong. I want people to understand that you are not a one-trick pony, but you're probably the most diversified semiconductor company in the world right now.
We're certainly one of them. You know, about 40% of our sales actually goes into automotive. We want to be the leader in ADAS. We want to be sure that we can provide safety and make driving safer. You know, we just announced a radar product earlier this year that takes the shoebox size radar solution that you have on top of a Google car to a module that's a postage stamp size.
And I had that in my car. What does it do for me?
What it does is it puts you in a safety cocoon. What some of our customers are talking about, putting 8 to 10 of these around the car and actually making you safe so that it warns you about anything approaching your car.
Which is what we all want. We certainly want for our kids. Whenever we go to buy a car for a kid or involved, that is the first thing we think of now. So different from the old days. And it's you that's powering that.
Exactly.
But at the same time, Amazon reported a fantastic quarter after the close. You're connected with Amazon, too.
We did. So we do the processing from Amazon. Our i.MX platform that we have, that's the apps processor, actually is used in the Echo. And we actually, at our investor day today, had a representative from Amazon who demonstrated the capability in their so-called Alexa, where she could talk to it and actually ask Alexa about the weather, ask Alexa to order things. So it was really a true assistant. And we provide the technology to be able to make that work.
Okay, how about secure connected devices when it comes to your, I don't want to say iPhone because it's everybody's. I mean, one of the things that you've done is you diversified away from Apple. But when I use a credit card, when I use a payment from my cell phone, that's you too.
It is. So, you know, when you look at the contactless bank cards, this is what's being used in Japan. American Express obviously has this on the high end, but instead of the contact cards that you may have at your restaurant where people get frustrated about EMV, this is just tap and go like Apple Pay. So this is being used widely in China where they can process much more commerce in a same equivalent of infrastructure. So it allows more processing of commerce to be done sooner and a better consumer experience.
How did you know that you shouldn't just be in one particular kind of technology company?
So, you know, Jim, our strategy is to be sure that we're a leader in the spaces that we want to invest. We want to be at least 50% larger than the #2 player. We try to focus our investments to be sure that that's where we're investing, is in those areas where we have the opportunity to be a leader. And that's really what drives us.
Okay, so now I'm looking at top 20 customers, and I don't really see, I see a cell phone, but it's far less than auto. But the diversification is very clear. There isn't any one industry that could take you down or one customer that could take you down. slowdown if they had a slowdown.
There certainly isn't. And, you know, as I said, we're about 41% exposed to automotive, but that's because of our leadership position. We're 50% larger than the number 2 player, and we actually grew last year about 90 basis points in our service of the automotive industry.
Are you worried that Internet of Things and industrial, that you're too linked to gross domestic product, or is your businesses growing much faster than world GDP?
Well, our businesses grow faster than GDP. You know, in the example of automotive, so if SAR grows at 2 to 3, we think our business can actually grow at high single digit, mid to high single digit for our sales based on the design wins we have. When we look at the overall bank card market, you know, it's not really linked directly to GDP. So really one of the things that we have is the diversity of our portfolio that allows us really to have the opportunity to grow no matter what. We have a lot of business in China, and that's really a key location for us. One of the things that we've done, in addition to the bank cards, is we're now working on mobile wallets in China and working from the transit side as opposed to just the wallet side.
Right. I don't want to pigeonhole too much because we do it. We're on our network, and Carl Icahn came on our network and said that he was worried about Apple because of China and China's slowdown.
Yes.
I don't hear anything that tells me I should be worried about China technology in general from NXPI.
No, I think it's certainly not robust, but it's okay. It's not falling off the cliff. It's not robust. It's just kind of steady as she goes, a little bit like the U.S. economic environment.
Well, I'll take that if you can keep giving me quarters like you just gave me. I want everyone to know this company, and this is the kind of stock that you circle back to as the market goes down. That's Rick Cramer, CEO of NXP Semiconductors, with the broadest product portfolio of any of the semiconductor companies that I follow. Mad Money's back after the break. Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.